for machines. They're unstoppable. Watch out for machines. They will rule the world.
Are you ready, Bab?
Yes, I was just letting the listeners listen to the death of the T-1000 as he sounds like a rusty gate screaming.
Hello, welcome to the 2-Minute Terminator.
Hi, yes, welcome to the 2-Minute Terminator.
That totally threw you.
I'm Ethan McKinley. It's episode 72. It is the 2-Minute Terminator, where we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time. Basically, we watch 2 minutes of the Terminator, and then we talk about it for 20 minutes. Hopefully, we actually talk about the goddamn film up front, and not other subjects revolving around the film, as our co-host loves to do. Over to Ellie.
Hi, I'm Ellie Fitzgerald, and I do love to digress. But it's the most fun part of the fucking podcast.
Well, that's what the listeners tell me.
Yep. Oh, you'll laugh. What minutes are we going from and to, Ethan? And what are the bookends?
We are going from the 2-hour 22-minute mark to the 2-hour 24-minute mark. So basically, that is the 142-minute to the 144-minute mark. It starts with the Terminator just peeling over the conveyor belt, shooting a grenade into the stomach of the T-1000, standing next to a molten pit. And it ends with the T-1000 basically kind of drowning, if you will.
I'm drowning.
Now, we've actually got some good facts for this episode. The last
Can I do fact attack? You denied me the privilege.
Shall I do it?
Last time. You can do it. Yeah, go for it.
Fact attack. Was that any good?
That's the gayest gun I've ever heard.
All right, you do it then. Yeah, that wasn't that great either. Anyway,
that was fucking amazing.
Today's trivia, everyone.
Trivia schmivia.
Trivia schmivia. The line, I need a vacation, is actually a callback from Arnold's previous film, which was Kindergarten Cop.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. I'm not sure, because I thought Kindergarten Cop came after Terminator 2.
Arnold, he came. I don't remember or recall him saying that in that movie at all. Do you?
No, I don't either. But it was one of the things on the trivia track of the Skynet Edition Blu-ray, which I kind of questioned. So I'm going to actually look up Kindergarten Cop, because I think they were just slipping in fake facts to kind of bolster the facts. Oh no!
What?
No, they're quite right. So maybe we are wrong. Kindergarten Cop is 1990.
Shut the front fucking door.
That's for reals.
For real now, for play.
Yeah, no. Kindergarten Cop is a 1990 film, so it actually kind of like came out.
Oh my god! I've just remembered when he says it.
He came
it's
out
when he collapses on the bed.
It came out after Total Recall, which came out the summer of 1990. That was Paul Verhoeven's like futuristic action film that Arnold, in some ways, fought for many years to make. And there's an interesting story attached to that. Dino De Laurentiis, who he did 3 previous films for, he did Conan the Barbarian, and then he did. He basically had a 3-picture deal with Dino that he was trying to get out of, because he didn't. I don't think they got on very well. So as punishment, the third film that Arnold wanted to do with Dino De Laurentiis, because he owned the rights to this, was Total Recall.
Ah, okay.
Which is a short story by Philip K. Dick, who wrote Blade Runner, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? You do realise that's the name of the book that Blade Runner is based on?
No.
Yeah, the book Blade Runner is based on a book called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
I was about to say, you're on fire tonight, dude. Keep those refreshers coming. Well, let's just pretend you did make it up.
I did make it up, but it's basically Total Recall came out in 1990. Now, it should have been made many, many years before. Arnold wanted to make it, but Dino had him locked into this contract, and Dino would only ever give up the rights to Total Recall if Arnold did these 2 pictures with him. So you get a kind of like, you get 2 shitty movies, basically. You get Conan the Barbarian, which is a great movie, but he still had 2 more movies to pay Dino back to get the rights to Total Recall. So he essentially did Raw Deal, which is like some crap TV movie.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Have you seen it though?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'd never seen it until God, was it this time last year or earlier this year? I watched it on a laptop. Oh God, it was so boring, really bad. I think they dubbed him as well.
Huh?
I think they dub Arnold in certain portions of the film, and he's pretending to be someone else.
What?
Yeah, it's a really strange film. But that was film number 2. The third film. The other film Arnold did with Dino was Conan the Destroyer, which is the sequel to Conan the Barbarian. It's all right. It's got some good bits in it, but it's a bit flat. It's not as good as the first one at all. It's a shame, really. So to get I don't think he actually got the rights at that point. I think by the time he did Raw Deal and stuff, Arnold was tied up with Predator and Running Man and like all the other like classic films he came out with within that period.
Yeah.
So I think the rights actually got sold by Dino De Laurentiis or relinquished. I'll put a making of Total Recall under this show so you can actually watch it by Oliver Harper, who saved our show.
Yay! Thank you, Oliver.
I'll forget it. So basically, when the rights reverted away from Dino, Arnold was then able to make Total Recall with Paul Verhoeven. So that was made in 1990, along with Kindergarten Cop, which is the callback to Terminator 2.
Because he says, "I need a vacation."
Yeah.
I think it's when he collapses on the bed.
No. Well, in the trailer when he collapses on the bed, I can't remember Kindergarten Cop. He goes, "They're horrible."
How was it? They're horrible.
Yeah. Is Kindergarten Cop a good film? I don't remember it very well.
I remember bits of it. I remember enjoying it as a kid. I don't know how I'd feel about it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like one of his kind of like B to C movies.
Maybe he should have done. He should have done more. He should have done more. I think comedies. You think?
No.
Really?
I quite like it when he plays a serious role.
Why?
Do you know what? I really liked End of Days. I'm gonna fucking put it out there. I thought it was a great movie. I thought he was good in Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was more of a kind of that was more of an acting vehicle for him versus it being that great a film. It was a bit flat, I think Maggie was.
Yeah, but I thought he was good in it. That's what I mean. For the role that he played, I think he did a good job.
Okay.
No?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
No, I'm actually looking for. Oh, here it is. Yeah. The guy that played the bad guy in Kindergarten Cop was a guy called Richard. Oh, God. Anyway, we'll come to that. Is it China Beach or is it Hardball? He's in one of them. It's Richard Tyson is the guy's name. He played the baddie in Kindergarten Cop. He's in a TV show. I remember it. It's a bit like Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas, the one about the guy. He was a cop, framed for something he didn't do. Now he rides a Harley and flicks his hair.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah, no, it's Hardball. That's it. Yeah.
Hardball.
Yeah, it was this really cheesy TV show basically with Richard Tyson.
Sounds fucking terrible.
Anyway, moving on.
We digress. At least we're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger there.
Well, at least we're talking about the actual films and the clips, basically.
I wonder what they use to make the noise when Arnold Schwarzenegger shoots the gun into the T-1000. It's like such an awesome sound.
Wait, it's loads of things. It's like there were like puddings and trifles there with splatting stuff in. There was like wallpaper paste. Just various gloopy consistency substances, really. They were just punching and slapping and shooting things into. Calm down, Ellie.
That sounds like porn.
Actually, well, interesting. Well, he does actually fall into the molten vat. I mean, he starts transitioning and morphing between like the different characters that the T-1000 has been. I'm not sure if one of it's both twins there or just Dean or Dan Stanton, but he turns into the twins. He turns into John's foster mother, who was like Jennette Goldstein. Sorry. When he turns back into Robert Patrick. The brief glimpse of him as Robert Patrick is wearing a solid hair hat.
Oh yeah, he is. I'm literally at that bit now.
So his hair literally is like not affected by, I guess, the water. With Jennette, they put in just tons of industrial strength hairspray.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Looks like Tina Turner.
I'm just trying to see. Where is it? Oh yeah, the tank they actually filmed in obviously isn't filled with like liquid metal, like actual liquid metal, like molten metal. The 3 actors were shot, but they were used. They were like filmed flailing in an underlit mineral oil tank. So it's not KY; it was mineral oil.
Oh, that's KY.
And they wore dark skin makeup, essentially blackface that you'd see someone doing a minstrel act from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it was Jennette, Don or Dan Stanton, one of the twins, the guy that played the motorcycle cop, who I can't find in the credits, and Robert Patrick, the transitioning, of course. But they were put into this like mineral oil tank, which was lit from below by lights, like giant, lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the right words. I'm trying to giant studio lights, basically, and they just flail around in it. Now, as I said before, the film was overexposed, and it wasn't their natural skin color. They just painted them black, essentially.
What?
I don't know. So their skin was painted black, according to the trivia, the trivia track. And they overexposed the film, so I guess they come out as like red and like metallic. So yeah.
Still, it's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, no, it looks great.
And again, considering for the time, that effect's awesome.
Yeah, well, there's something Cameron
watching
said
it now, you can appreciate it.
There's something Cameron kind of said this very last shot, as the kind of like the mouth keeps like pouring out over itself.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to escape away from the metal by climbing out of its own mouth, but it doesn't make it and just dissolves back into the thing. So the innards were trying to like escape out the mouth and then cascaded. So he was like trying to escape himself in a sense in the environment he was in.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't quite work out how the T-1000 has exploded though. Well, I say exploded, been shot, because both his legs are on the ground, but then there's one arm to one side, and I can't see the other arm at all.
Well, let's have another look, shall we?
It's a bit of a weird shape. Do you not think?
The sound design of that, the sound design of it, and the expression on his face, it's almost like they're homaging the thing in a sense.
Homaging?
Or homaging. Right, his other arm, you said. The arm number 1, which is his right arm, is hanging down out front like an elephant trunk, like his dick.
Ah!
Get down!
Get down!
Yeah, that noise.
Oh, that sounds amazing. It sounds like all the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, don't you think?
Dropping the kids off at the pool. Do you think it's like the Thing, isn't it? Do you not think? When he's got the head's on upside down.
It's just like the Thing.
And he's got that like
especially
screaming
at the
open
very
mouth.
end, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of that donut thing again as well.
the
donut.
The green oyster. The blue oyster?
The blue waffle.
The blue waffle, that's it. Oh, God.
The blue oyster. You and that fucking gay club. It's all the steel mill, isn't it? And it's really obvious that Arnie's holding his arm behind his back when they go over to lean over the molten metal. Yeah, it really is. Bad. They could do that so much better now. Oh, sorry, it should wet my palate.
Potential...
and the way the T-1000's just stood there doing this like jaunt. He looks like Sammy the Crab in fucking Boosh. Have you ever seen a crab like it? No, Sammy the Crab. I do enjoy Boosh. What is that? Sorry, what is that liquid again?
Mineral oil, underlit from below in a glass tank.
Fuck having to clean that shit off yourself, man.
I need a vacation.
I need a vacation.
But yeah, he does it pretty fucking beaten up, doesn't he?
He does.
There's no way that they would have been able to fix him, because he's like, no, I forbid you now to go. I forbid you now to go. And you're looking at him, you're like, dude, come on. Look at this guy.
Well, I mean, if you go by the rationale of, again, not quite, I wouldn't class it as canon. If anyone needs to know what canon means, basically it's when another filmmaker or another artist takes on a book or a universe or a film outside of its original creators. I mean, you could argue that Star Wars The Force Awakens isn't canon because they abandoned George Lucas's story ideas for the 7th, 8th and 9th film, the third trilogy, if you will, and told him to go spit and wrote their own story.
Yeah.
So one could argue the new Star Wars trilogy isn't canon. However, the Star Wars prequels are so hated by fans and moviegoers. And I think because George Lucas didn't have any yes men or a committee like producer Gary Kurtz to go, that's a shit idea, George. Yeah.
Now go rape Indiana Jones.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah, you're familiar with that because of South Park when
So fucking good.
Spielberg rapes Harrison Ford on a pinball machine like Jodie Foster in The Accused.
No, there's loads of different scenes. There's one of them in the woods. That's when he tells him to squeal like a pig. There's the one up against the pinball machine, and there's another one in Spielbergo's apartment. There's many rape scenes, dude. It's so good.
Well, by the rationale of, I guess, I consider it non-canon, Terminator Genesis, we obviously learned that the Terminator can actually heal and completely regenerate his flesh if he's left long enough, which flies in the face of the fact if it was Terminator 1, the flesh would die and he'd start to kind of zombify and decay in a sense.
Yeah. But he's lost his arm as well.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah,
So
he's fucked.
nothing
But,
to
I mean,
form flesh
when
of.
John does say, I forbid you to go, he just go, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that doesn't quite make sense.
Softest sounding Terminator ever. Okay.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense, yeah, fuck. What, do you have any more facts for this particular 2 minutes?
I don't. This should be how an episode should really be, though, I feel.
Yeah, we've actually spoke loads about the movie.
Yeah. Well, the last two were not our best. I think because we're on the home stretch and I've got, like, no facts to go off. I mean, literally, when the trivia track was on, nothing really came up of note. All the things I mentioned were part of the trivia track. But,
quick question.
Yes.
It was from the previous episode. You know, it's Sarah and Sarah's twin.
Yes, Leslie Hamilton.
Which... Christine Hamilton. Which is the twin? Is the twin in front or behind?
Well, if you were making a film, Ellie, where would you place the twin?
Further away.
So how would you do that?
Well, she's the one that's kind of blurry in the background, no?
Exactly.
And you'd have Linda right up front.
Yeah, Leslie Hamilton Guerin is Linda Hamilton's twin sister.
So she's the one behind. Just
Yeah.
wanted to know.
I mean, you can actually. I'll put some pictures up or links basically of Linda's
Please
sister.
do.
Linda Hamilton's twin sister. I shall.
Yeah.
I'll link them basically.
Oh, please. Shit, man. So how much more have you got left of the movie?
You want to know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, because the timeline is slightly skewed. Hang on, let me just go to my original.
Slightly skewed, eh?
Original notes. We are. Here we go.
Wow, who's the two-headed person?
If we
Psych!
go all the way to the end credits, 78 episodes. So we've got another, off run. It will be off by an episode or two, but basically about 6 episodes.
Fucking hell.
Probably be done by the weekend. But then
That bit at the very end as well, where the mouth is trying to kind of like eat itself and come out of itself.
Yeah,
It just looks like I've seen quite a few of my mates pull that same face after a night of fabric.
Ugh, fabric, horrible.
Horrible. Oh god, I used to literally live in fabric. I loved it. That was back in the drum and the bass days. Until we saw someone get stabbed on the dance floor and we stopped going.
Blood on the dance floor.
Oh, and we also saw some other dude get dragged off the dance floor into the lift by these 2 bouncers, and we never saw that guy again.
They fed
Probably
him to
turned
Nick.
up in Sainsbury's bags. Good old Farringdon. I think that's the only place I've ever been where I got off the train, and as soon as I got off the train and started walking up the road, there were literally just fucking rows of like hench black dudes coming up to us going, Coke, pills, ket, Coke, pills, ket, Coke, pills, ket. And we're just like, holy fuck. That was when I was 18. That was when I went first raving to Fabric. That was an eye-opener. That and my first TG. They were like my steps into like full-on, fuck, I'm an adult now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I've never been exposed to anything like that before. Either event. A, being offered drugs on the street, and B, watching three chicks have a three-way in a cage in the middle of a club, listening to like Hard House.
Whoa.
They're pretty life-changing scenarios.
Well, they certainly sound like they are.
They certainly are, Ethan. You should go sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty much all done.
Well, good.
Are you
Just
done?
listening to you talk. Yeah, I'm just compiling pictures for an album on the Facebook page of Linda Hamilton and her twin sister.
Which is the fittest one?
I'm going to have to go with Linda.
Ooh, Linda. She got bigger lips.
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah.
those cracking oysters?
Well, I think her sister's got the slightly harder look.
Oh, okay. Really nice.
Which, after all the things you've said about poor Linda Hamilton on this podcast, is a it's a tough act to do it, or something.
What? She looks worse than the Chewbacca mullet? Fuck
Yeah.
this, I'm off.
I don't know. I think if Linda got her hair right in a certain light back in the day, I could have worked with that. But
In a certain light, at a certain angle.
yeah,
I'm sure you can say that about many chicks.
I think she's 64 now, isn't she? God, fucking time.
Time the Avenger.
Yeah.
It'll get you one day, Ethan.
Time the Avenger.
No matter how much fucking beetroot juice you drink.
Oh, look, time is always foremost on my mind, Ellie. You know that.
I know it is. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, it was a
Spoiled
22-minute
Nerd,
tight episode.
John, we look forward to hearing from you.
Or not. You don't, you know, if you the last two episodes were shit. If you want to say that, please do write in.
Oh, shut up. You're very self-deprecating.
Listeners, when I next see Ellie in the next couple of days, we're going to actually try and get our Patreon page to work. So if you want to donate money for all the hard work we've done putting this show on, the only thing that stopped the show briefly was what is it? A legal embargo from a giant
Studio C anal.
and the death of my father. Anyway,
You fucking attention whore. You'll get no sympathy here.
I know. Thank you all for listening, viewers. Listeners as well. We shall return, of course, tomorrow with
Indeed.
a post-gym Ellie.
Full of beans and zest.
And knowing we've got about 5-6 episodes left to go before we do a bunch of bonus ones,
Bone us.
we're going to have an exciting gay old time. Hopefully,
time.
Ellie, during January, when things are quiet for me,
Things are quiet for me.
we're going to try and
Quiet for
smash out as much of Terminator 3 as we can.
Okay, deal.
And savour it, because after that comes...
Oh no!
Exactly.
No! Don't even say it.
Should we just do that as a full-length commentary in one episode, just to get it out of the way?
Oh my god, we could so do that, but it'll be like 2 hours long.
Yeah, but we'd be out of it. We'd be done.
This is a good point. This is a really good point. We'll see how I feel after 3.
We'll get 2 guest hosts like Screaming Joe and someone else, and then we'll just do a 2-hour.
Oh, please, can we get Screaming Joe on this?
Well, he's a big famous artist now. He put on his art show.
What,
didn't
because he had Rita Ora turn up at his fucking gig? I hate Rita Ora, she's a cunt.
Well, he had Chris Pine, the new Captain Kirk, Robert Sheehan, the actor, of course. Ron Perlman said, "Wish I could have been there." Joe's connected, very well connected.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy as well.
God. Typical Chewy, always thinking with your stomach.
That moustache. that French tickler.
Oh my god. Oh my
Anyway,
God.
hasta la vista.
What?
I said hasta la vista.
Baby. Beat you.
Still got it in.
Oh.
And that's what she said.
Shut up.
Ew.
What? I beat you. Ellie thinks we start recording. Ellie thinks we start recording. If you're still listening, you must be a super fan listener. Hello. This is my voice. I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking until I think she thinks we've stopped talking. I think she thinks the show's not happening. Let's see how long it takes her to find out. Or maybe she's waiting me out. What do you think? Write in and think if you think Ellie knew or knows what's going on. Remarkably, in Kindergarten Cop, one of the actors in it was Linda Hunt, which I found quite shocking. Linda Hunt, of course, was in the film Dune. That's one of the things she's famous for. I also think she's in Gorillas in the Mist. She's in Maverick, the Mel Gibson film 2003. I've never actually seen that. The Richard Donner production. Richard Donner, of course, did the Lethal Weapon films. He did the amazing 1978 Superman, and I guess he directed parts of, but they redid it badly, I might add, later in 2006, the Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, because he got fired halfway through filming, halfway through the production. He actually finished filming Superman 1, but Donner and the Soul Kinds didn't get on the producers, so they kind of fired him when Superman came out and it was a hit. And they hired Hard Day's Night Beatles director Richard Lester, who did the Musketeer films with Oliver Reed and Michael York and stuff. They hired him to direct Superman 2. Still pretty good movie, but it does kind of lack the magic that the first Superman had. I really would have loved to have genuinely seen the Richard Donner version of Superman 2. But hey, that's life. Anyway, little Linda Hunt has been in Dune, Silverado, The Year of Living Dangerously, a Mel Gibson film. She, of course, as I said, worked with Mel Gibson on Maverick, which was a remake of the TV show with James Garner, the 60s TV show. She's in Fame, the movie, 1978, and a TV show called Great Performances, which is 1976. Do you think she's still alive? They must have based Edna Mode, the boss of The Incredibles, on Linda Hunt, I think, because they look exactly the same, don't they? I think Ellie's still listening. Ellie? Ellie?
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Why are you so quiet?
Well, because you're playing something.
I'm not playing anything.
So why are you whispering?
I was berating you to the listeners secretly.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, we're still recording. Hasta la vista, baby.